Man, crazy day today. Man, I wonder how people feel about mentorship. Everybody need a mentor. Everybody. The key to having a mentor is really accepting the purpose of the mentor. The mentor is really like outside judgment, helping guide you towards a goal that you discuss and that you change and that you evolve with. I like mentors because mentors, they have a knack for understanding the process. You know, everything you want to do in life has a process, but we know current and we know what we want to do. But that whole process is really good with mentors because mentors are able to keep pace with what's going on without being involved. And when they are updated, they get a better understanding of what's going on. And recently I've been I guess I wouldn't even say searching. I've been more accepting to providing and receiving. And I feel like the real key to a really genuine mentorship is both parties agreeing. A lot of times I be mentoring, you don't even know I'm mentoring because it's definitely needed. It's definitely need to be heard. Like, definitely need to be heard. What I have to say needs to be heard, not accepted. I've definitely added that phase in life where I have to be accepted what I said, but it's definitely critical for me to say what I gotta say because that's who I am. You know, that's definitely who I am. I am the assistance guy. You know, like you have a problem, I'm going to assist you with it, even without you asking. You know, it used to be my gift and my curse, but it's just no longer a gift and a curse. It's just more who I am, and those things need to be done because we're definitely in a society where people don't want to be told. You know, we have to force these things because when we grew up, it was this barrier that we were starting to create because it was like, well, you're telling me to do something, but you're not demonstrating what you're telling me. And then as we start living life, we find ourselves in those same situations that we criticized and critiqued others in the past. Like, you know, how you going to tell me how to make money if you ain't making money? And for me, honestly, when someone's trying to mentor you and they're not where you feel like they need to be, that is a perfect opportunity for you to search for that particular space and domain of mentorship. You know, I'm at the age where like I'm financially stable, but I want wealth. So it's like, you know, I socialize with people who got wealth and it's motivating me, you know, constantly to get to that status of understanding. I don't necessarily have to get wealth, but I definitely want to understand wealth, you know, and what it takes to get wealth. So other things like definitely relationships, you know, I've been I wouldn't say a relationship counselor, but I've definitely been a relationship counselor my whole life because I counsel my own relationships when I'm in them and when I'm not in them. You know, when they're with me and I'm not with them, I'm analyzing and critiquing, trying to get a better understanding of what it takes and what it doesn't take. And I use these evidence when I'm interacting with others and their things because, you know, most relationships are simple. You know, we blame communication, but once you master communication, it's understanding. And that's what people get confused. A lot of times we want to skip communication, go straight to understanding. If you don't know how to communicate, you're never going to understand. You're going to continue to go in that cycle. So I've definitely like been one of those that's like, okay. So when I do get relationships, I focus on communication and then I go to understanding. And that's when sometimes the disconnect comes with the whole I don't want to step out of the mentor of the relationship. I don't want to be in the relationship. I want to mentor and guide the relationship, but you can't do both. And I've definitely recently started encountering those situations with, I guess, relationships that I be in and currently in. Because I have a lot of like friendships. When I say relationships, I mean like friendships. I have a lot of those, but I'm growing out of the I gotta have what I want. I'm more in I'm accepting what I got, because I'm one of those people that, like, I value relationships differently, but that's part of a relationship is you expressing your value to them and accepting the value they're giving back. You know, you can't be in a relationship and you want to monitor and control what's coming in and coming out, because that's not a genuine relationship. You know, that's a dictatorship. That is narcissistic. That's very like you can't dominate a relationship, because if you dominate a relationship, that's not something that's really a relationship. That's one-sided. That's you pulling or you pushing. It's not the act of you guys pushing and pulling together. It's you doing one and you get out of the rope. So that's definitely not something we definitely want to encounter or be around, especially on my end, because I value them too much. But I've definitely learned to better distinguish my role and the importance of the relationship. Like, for me, it used to be, if I known you for a while, you get more importance. But actually, it's not that. It's the relationship strength. You know, it's like going to the gym, working out. If we ain't constantly working out, stretching the muscle, getting the muscle tight, building the muscle up, this ain't my kind of relationship. But it can exist. You know, yeah, it can be an exist, but it can't be. This is what I'm living, because that's not how I operate. You know, I operate in constantly sharpening my sword, getting stronger, getting better, motivating, guiding, all those types of things. You know, I be on my boss man stuff. So when you're on your boss man stuff, you be like, all right, you either gonna be a boss or you can go over there. You know, so I've definitely been on that. Like, either, you know, you trying to mentor me or I'm trying to mentor you, or we building. We ain't just about to be around each other, breathing, taking in air, getting rid of air. We gonna be building something, because that's critical with me. I'm all about the build. I'm all about the guidance. I'm all about the strength. You know, I'm all about the numbers. You know, I help you, you help me. That's two help people. You know, you only rich as the brokest person in your circle. You know. So if somebody in your circle ain't got it, y'all ain't got it, you know, because that person is going to lead a circle with their resources, and they going to maybe try to take your resources. So that's definitely something critical that you want to take in when you're dealing with the bonding and connecting with people, is definitely that mentorship mentality, because, you know, in order to be a boss or a king or a queen, you ain't getting there by yourself. But when you do get there, you're not by yourself. You know, it's like, as you're going to the top, you still have people above you. You still have people below you. No matter how far you get up, no matter how far you down, it's always the up and down spectrum of your situation. So when you get tied into the whole, it's just me, it's just me, it's just me, it's just me, that's when you start having the negativities and the bad things, and things not going according to plan, and I'm hurt and you hurt, I'm by myself, nobody helping me. That's when all those weeds come into the situation. That's when all the weeds come into the whole, like, the garden, you know, because, you know, relationships are like building a garden. You start getting the weeds in, what good is your relationship? Not good. And when the weeds take over your relationship, what do you really have? Nothing. And when you don't have nothing, what are you really with? You know, what is really of importance to you? You know, hopefully it's time, you know. Hopefully you're not out here wasting time and wasting energy. That's really critical. So, all right, cool. Keep the mentorship up high. Keep your focus level high. Keep your energy high. All right, holla.